Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to the September bullet journal video. As you can see from the date down below, it's September 1st, and I just want to apologize for the late video and also for not posting last week. And the reasoning for that is because I started school, I have an internship, and I work and I do videos. That's why I didn't post last week and the bullet journal video was a bit late, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. I feel like I always say this every time I post a bullet journal video, but this is my new favorite theme, which is folk. Here are some inspiration photos that demonstrate the vibe I'm trying to go for in this bullet journal spread, and I actually struggled with what theme I wanted to do for September. I wanted to make something more fall vibe, and I actually went to the Renaissance Fair. Video will be posted in a bit, and that kind of inspired me to have a folk theme for this bullet journal spread. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enough rambling, I'll let you guys watch what I did. Starting with the outline, I already pre-planned everything and drew everything out. I'm actually really proud of myself because I drew a lot of animals and plants, which I'm not really good at, but that's the main theme of folk. And I actually drew a lot of inspiration from Nordic folk and Scandinavian art, so that's why there's a lot of intricate details like flowers and plants and dots and swirls, especially this horse one right here. And yeah, it's really cool. I want to try and do more animals and plant stuff, especially in this fall weather. The cover page actually is the most intricate part of my bullet journal every spread that I make, because it's the first thing that I see opening the month, so I want to make it special all the time. I'm really proud of this one because I implemented a lot of details that I enjoy. I love cats, I love plants, and I really like funky fonts. So if you look up there, it's very unique and it kind of looks like magic symbols. The thing I searched up on Pinterest was folk font, and this is one of the things that came up, and it came out really pretty. Now moving on to the quote page, it's the same thing, I just carried it over into the next page, the flower design. I actually don't have a quote for this page, so I left it empty until the end of the video. Moving on to the monthly layout, I decided to draw these geese swimming because I found it so whimsical and pretty, and of course I keep the same font for the September on top. I planned to do something really special with this page. As for the mood tracker, I'm also keeping the cool font that I had in the last few pages. It's going to be here for the whole bullet journal, and it's really cool. I just decided to make some little doves or little birds or something. I don't actually know what they are, but I just kept it like that because it's so cool. I feel like birds are a really big part of folk art, and so I just wanted to implement it into this bullet journal. I forgot to write out habit tracker, but this is the habit tracker, obviously, because there's a lot of habits that I'm tracking. I decided to do this cool Nordic pattern. You're gonna see later on in the video, I'm actually gonna be making it a negative art. Funny enough, I actually forgot to put a book reading section in my last spread, so I made sure to have it in this spread, and you're gonna see how my hand being on top of the ink just smudged everything, so just beware of that, guys. So disappointed. But yes, I forgot to put this in my last bullet journal spread, so I'm making sure that I have it on this one. And I also implemented this new one, which is the favorites, and you might have seen it in the cover page, but it's just where I write things that I enjoyed for the month. It's really cool, I like it. It's just something to highlight all my wins in the month of September. Like the habit tracker, I plan to make this first spread a negative art where I color in the cat and leave the artwork inside blank. I'm also going to be using the cool font that I've been using throughout the bullet journal. As you can see here, the big letters are the days of the week, and then I write out the date. This next one, I literally just saw it on Pinterest and I found it really cool. And so I have this small little barn, and it's kind of like minimalist art. I have this fox, which also reminds me of Nordic folk style, and I just put little stars because I thought it was cute. Keeping the same font as I'm going to do for the rest of the spread. This one is really cool, and it actually inspired me because I went to Cape May with my boyfriend and we saw this Scandinavian little shop, and they had a horse in the front, and I was like, oh, I want to add that in. This is a very big part of folk and Nordic art, and it's just something with a lot of little details, so I decided to implement it into my spread. And for the last spread, I decided to go simple and do the birds that I did for the mood tracker because I thought they were so cute and easy to draw. Now you guys can enjoy me erasing everything, which is my favorite part of the bullet journal process, but it's also the scariest part because I don't want to rip my paper. I think with everything black and white, my favorite is definitely the mood tracker or the monthly layout. Look at all the eraser shavings, guys! What I noticed as I was brainstorming and researching folk art is that they use a lot of primary colors, and so I kept that same energy and kept that vibe. But obviously there's only so many primary and secondary colors, so I took some artistic liberties and went out the box, obviously. The flowers in this cover page I feel are very Nordic and folk style. The cats, they're more mystical, they're not exactly folk, but I took the elements of having those patterns on them. And I decided to color the stars differently because I thought it was cool. I just didn't want all the stars to be yellow. And I think my favorite one of these cats has to be the last one on the bottom, the one I'm coloring right now, because it was just so cute. My least favorite has to be the middle one because I tried to go for a calico vibe and it didn't really come out the way I wanted it to come out. Like I said, Nordic / folk style tend to have primary and secondary colors, so I just kept that same energy for my quote page. And at this point, I still haven't decided my quote. Even as I'm talking to you right now, I still haven't decided a quote that I will be using for the quote page, but hopefully I find one soon. This is one of my favorite pages in the bullet journal, but it is also one of the most labor-intensive ones. I had to color in between all of these geeses or swans. I don't exactly know which one they are, but it came out so nice. I really enjoyed it, and it was honestly a little bit therapeutic, going all in little sections and having to make sure that I'm not going in the lines. It was pretty nice. I liked it. And I'm obviously gonna be coloring the beaks. For the mood tracker, I'm just going to add in these little stars that symbolize what I'm feeling for the month. And I'm actually doing something different. I'm not just coloring in these birds. I'm actually going to draw in these stars in the pattern that you guys saw on the cover page with the cats. And I think it's just something cool, something different. And I was talking about this negative space. This is what I mean. So I'm coloring in the background instead of coloring in the drawing. And I love this page, honestly. It's one of my favorites. For the books and favorites section, I just decided to keep it all simple, and I wanted to outline this horses, which are cuddling, which is so cute to me. I'm actually in my horse era right now, which is pretty nice. One of my goals for the fall is to ride a horse. Same thing with the squirrels. I just decided to keep it simple and color them all the same color. And for the branches underneath on the bottom, I also just decided to do one singular color. Like the habit tracker, I'm also doing negative space for this first weekly spread, and I wanted to actually do black, but I realized my mistake when I was drawing it out, because if I did black you wouldn't see the animal's mouth, and so I just decided to go with the dark gray, and I think it came out pretty nice. It's just a little bare on this page. The next weekly spread, I decided to do contrasting colors, teal and yellow, and I'm just going to reverse them. So the house is green, and then the star is yellow, the fox is yellow, and then the star is green. This one was really fun. All I had to do was really outline all the intricate little details that I made. So one horse is pink and the other one I made purple. For these little birds, I did the same thing I did for the horses. I just put little dots on them and I colored the poppy red. This is the final flip through. Let me know what your favorite page is. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite spread is of the bullet journal. Mine is definitely either the monthly layout or the habit trackers or the mood tracker, but the mood tracker is a little bit plain right now. It'll be my favorite once it's all filled out. It tends to be my favorite every spread. Let me know what your favorite spread is in the bullet journal. Also, recommend me some themes because I don't know what to do for October. So this video should be up September 1st, and then I plan to post a vlog on Wednesday, so you guys get 2 videos this week because I didn't post last week. But yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.